Big Mike and Hayes Entertainment here. Woo. Today's episode, we got NHL Boston Bruin draft pick Trevor Kuntar.
If you like what we're doing, you hit the subscribe button. Shouts out to the sponsors, the John B. Pub.
Hey guys, I'm Trevor Kuntar. I'm playing at Boston College next year. I'm a Boston Bruins draft pick, and I'm on the I Only Touch Greatness podcast.
The number one sports podcast in Vancouver with Ryan Hayes and Big Mike.
Ryan Hayes and Big Mike. I Only Touch Greatness podcast.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good. Thank you very much, man, for taking your time for us today. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
A bunch of questions about hockey, obviously.
Sure.
What made you get into hockey in the first place, and did you play any other sports?
My dad,
Ryan Hayes and Big Mike are taking over the podcast scene in Vancouver. Get down or lay down.
In the sixth round, he played 6 games for them. So I kind of grew up in a hockey family, so he's the one who kind of started me with that, and then I loved it ever since. But growing up, my 3 main sports, I'd say, were probably
This is
baseball,
I Only Touch Greatness podcast with Ryan Hayes and Big Mike. We are going live.
Just for fun now, but I definitely picked the wrong sport. You don't get paid in this sport. Not that I made anywhere, but
No, yeah, it's all good.
And I dominate beer league hockey.
There you go.
Div 10 superstar. Any nicknames, and what's your favorite jersey number and why?
The boys usually call me Cooney, Kuntz, or TK, and then my jersey number is 16, and then when I had to pick my first jersey number, my dad picked it, and then I kept it ever since. So,
Okay. What was the biggest transition for you from the Junior Sabres to the USHL?
I think just getting into like that junior lifestyle. Obviously it was definitely like a different experience moving away from home, but it was one of the best decisions I ever made in my life. I learned so much just from all the players and coaches, and especially for my first year, because we went to the finals that year. So I just had like a really good group of guys to learn from, and then my coaches really developed me good too. So it was a really good experience.
You got a favorite movie about sports?
I mean, other than Miracle is obviously a classic.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'd say, that's probably my favorite sports movie.
Okay. You had a career year this year, 53 points in 44 games. What contributed to that?
I think it was my 3rd year in the league, so I think just having a lot of experience. I did a lot of the same things that I've always done. So I think I've just been consistently getting better and better. And then obviously just kind of knowing what to expect. And it was weird just being one of the older guys instead of coming in there as a 16-year-old. So it was good to kind of be like, I just wanted to be a really good role model for those younger guys and younger players. So.
Congrats on making the second All-Star team too. That's a big accomplishment.
Yeah, thank you.
A couple years back, obviously now, but take me back to your first USHL goal, and do you still have the puck?
I do still have the puck. It was versus USA, and it was versus USA U18 teams. I think I still have the puck, and then I think it was off of a face-off play that we run, and the defenseman passed it to me, and I just shot it at the net, and I got the rebound and buried it. So it was definitely a pretty cool experience.
Did you have a celly?
I just dropped to one knee. It's kind of like the Matthews celly, like when he drops to one knee. So I was pumped.
Would that be your go-to celly then still?
I'm not too much of a big cellier, but if it's like a big goaler, I'm pretty fired up. Sometimes I punch the glass or raise my arms up, but I'm not too big into the crazy cellies.
Okay. Who do you mirror your game after or try and play like?
I really like watching Jamie Benn and Brock Besser, but also I like Matthew Tkachuk too.
Okay.
Yeah, you see, I got the Bester.
Yeah, I see the jersey back there.
That's the autographed Bester on the wall.
Oh yeah.
Any pregame meals or rituals?
Pregame meal, chicken parm, with side of pasta, and then rituals. I mean, I don't have any crazy rituals, but I put all of my left side equipment on first before my right.
Okay.
All the way up? How do you do that?
Not all the way up. So I'll go like left shin guard, right shin guard, left skate, right skate.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how you can put your left leg through the pants.
Oh no, that'd be a little weird.
Yeah.
You've worn the stars and stripes and represented your country. Describe that feeling.
Oh yeah, that was just an awesome experience. Obviously, like knowing that I made that team, that was like a dream come true. But I think just going over there with all those other really talented players, that was just awesome to get. I already knew some of them, but to get to know some of the new guys and then playing for those coaches, it was just a really cool experience. Obviously we didn't get the gold, but it was just awesome to play with that level of talent. And one thing I really kind of learned there was just don't worry about what line you're on. Everyone's a good player. So I think that's one thing that I took advantage of when I was there.
Okay. Your favorite road barn?
Favorite road barn? I'd say Lincoln or Waterloo.
Okay.
Just because I like the fans in the West because they get pretty rowdy. So
yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite sports hero?
Sports hero? You know, growing up, I loved Sidney Crosby, but as I got older, I just love Michael Jordan. I just love his competitiveness, and after watching The Last Dance, that was sick. So I'd say probably him.
What's your favorite music before the games? What do you got listening to?
I'm a big EDM guy, but I'll mix it up. I change it up every year, new songs. I don't have any songs that I really stick to, but I usually stick to EDM, maybe some old rock music, and I'll throw a couple of rap songs in there sometimes. So it's a mix.
Who was the Phantoms DJ?
Phantoms DJ. Last year, it was Jason Dobey. And then it kind of switched to Riley Funk mid-year. So a little switch up, but it was mainly those guys.
What challenges did you come across getting to where you are today?
I think my biggest point of going through adversity was probably my first year in Youngstown. Just because I was 16-year-old, I didn't really play. I was probably getting 2 to 3 shifts a game. I was getting scratched. But I think the turning point was just me kind of really controlling what I can control and focusing on just keep getting better every day. And I really I just wanted to take in as much information as possible and really learn from those older, experienced players. And then obviously my coaches were a huge help in that, really taking care of me and showing me the way. So that's kind of my biggest point of adversity.
Obviously congrats on being drafted to the Boston Bruins in the 3rd round.
Thank you.
Did you know they were interested? Were they one of the teams you talked to a lot?
Yeah. I knew they were interested. I didn't know they were going to pick me, but I definitely talked to them a couple times before the draft. So, I mean, I knew coming up that it was kind of coming around the time. So I was getting a little anxious.
It's a hell of a good friend.
It was just awesome. It's such a great organization. So I'm super excited.
Yeah, a hell of a good franchise.
Oh,
I mean, Vancouver people aren't very happy about them, but
yeah, 2011, right?
Yeah, but I mean, it's a good franchise to go to if you any chance to get drafted. Actually,
yeah, I would have been happy anywhere, but I'm super happy with the Bruins, so I'm excited.
What makes a good captain?
I think someone that comes to play. He's just an everyday player. I think. Someone that works is the hardest worker, but also just a really good role model and someone that the younger guys can go to and really look up to and kind of just not model their game after, but just look at the traits he has, like hard worker, his character, how he is on and off the ice. So I think just the main thing about being a leader is just being that good role model for those young guys.
So we're obviously big Canucks fans. So tell us a little bit about Jack Malone.
Yeah, I love Jack. He was there for my first 2 years, and we were best friends there. We went to school together at Ursuline High School there, so we were with each other a lot, but he's a great player, obviously. So it was pretty awesome to get to play with him too.
Good. Hopefully we get him on soon.
Yeah.
Right.
What's some of the weirdest questions you got from scouts?
The weirdest question was probably one of my interviews. The first question the team asked was, what do you like to drink on the weekends? Like, or what alcohol do you like to drink on the weekends at parties and stuff? I was just like, oh, I was not expecting you to ask me that first. I was like, wow. But it was just
Oh,
funny.
what's the answer?
The
correct answer.
What did you answer?
Yeah, I would have thought the correct answer would be I don't drink, but
yeah, obviously I don't. So
yeah. Well played. We were talking to a few people about their weirdest questions, and we had, if you were an animal, what would you be?
Tiger, I think, or a lion.
Okay.
Pretty
And a couple other ones, like if your building was burning down, you could save your mom or your dad. Who would you save?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was deep.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
I can't answer that.
Yeah.
Sacrifice myself. I'll let them get out.
Yeah. And then there's another one that was
about the burning building.
I don't know that.
No, it's about a building that was on fire. There's an old guy and a baby in there. And who do you save first?
I mean, I love old people, but I got to go with the baby there.
Yeah, because the old guy's already lived his life.
Yeah, exactly.
Another one was if you're out with all your buddies, so you're out with your team, and you guys just got a big win. You go out and celebrate. You're drinking beers. 11 o'clock curfew comes. Do you stay with a couple guys that are staying, or do you go home?
So I actually did get asked this question. So what I said is like 11 o'clock curfew, like, but so when they referenced it to me, he said it was a teammate's birthday.
Okay.
So I was like, if all of the boys are staying and we all agree that we're all staying for our boy's birthday, then we're going to stay. But it's either we all stay or we all leave, not like half and half.
I agree. That's the right answer for sure.
Yeah.
Did you have any other weird ones?
Nothing like too crazy. They just they really kind of dig into like your family life and what you are like on and off the ice. So, but nothing like crazy.
Okay. Obviously, you must be pumped to be heading to the Boston College, continuing your education in hockey. Originally, you were heading to Harvard. What changed?
Yeah, so we were just it was pretty tough with COVID. Obviously, they don't give athletic scholarships, so we had to pay. And then, so we were just kind of figuring out all the financial aid stuff. And then they announced that it was going to be all online. And then due to COVID, obviously, and we were like, and then they announced that they weren't going to have a season until after January. So just from my point, that was like the deal breaker. Like, obviously the coaches were just awesome. Couldn't have asked for any better treatment. Like, they were just amazing. But I think for like my hockey standpoint, it was best to go somewhere where I can play. And when I was like, I want to say like whenever I was young and started watching college hockey, Boston College was always a school that I wanted to go to. But I just never really talked to them in the recruiting process in the beginning. So it was just kind of funny how it worked out like that.
Awesome. Yeah, everything happens for a reason, obviously.
And we got good friend of the show, Kobe Ambrosio.
Yep.
Yeah, he's probably one of our faves of the show.
Yeah, good friend of the show. We've had him on a couple times.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's a beauty.
Are you guys in Boston College right now?
Yeah, I'm in my dorm room right now. Actually, the whole school is here right now. The social distancing is pretty strict. Like, they're keeping a good handle on it, so it's not too bad.
Okay. What's been your go-to quarantine snack?
Oh, Cheerios.
Yeah, that's healthy.
Right out of the box. Yeah, good for the heart.
Yeah, the free ones with the heart on it. How do you describe your game?
I'm super competitive, two-way forward, just works as hard as you can everywhere on the ice. I think I'm good in the O zone and D zone. I have a good shot. I like to shoot the puck as much as I can, and I think I'm one of my best assets is probably puck protection in the corner, just holding on to it and getting it to the net.
What's one word that would describe you?
Some of the NHL teams ask me this too. I'd say competitive.
Good answer.
Thank
What's is there any player that you hate playing against? Is there one guy in the league that you just hate going against on defense? He's always in your face, or
you. The NHL teams asked me this too, actually, but like, I never really said like any specific player, but there are some teams that like they just really clogged the middle and they were kind of tough to play against. But I wouldn't say like any specific players.
okay. And who's been your favorite line mate in the USHL?
I'd have to go with Georgi Merkulov.
Okay.
He was my line mate last year. He was just his skills were unbelievable, and he was just an awesome. He was a sick passer, and I love to shoot it, so it worked out pretty good last year.
Without using any names, can you tell us a good story about something that's happened at the rink that I might, without throwing your boys under the bus?
I gotta think of something good. I mean, maybe my first year in Youngstown, this is like a funny story, but like, so we were in the locker room, like, you know what a leaner is? Like when you put the water cup under the guy's helmet.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Leaner. So one of the kids on our team, he was just like, he gets super mad when you mess with him and stuff. So they put the water cup under his helmet, and he obviously took his helmet off and it fell. And as he's going on the ice, we have like our big, like huge, like water jugs. And as we're going on the ice, he just knocked them all over. It was so funny just because it was the kid, but
You just snapped. Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
It happens.
Yeah. But I mean, a lot of good stories happen like on our long bus rides, because we have obviously in Youngstown, we're the furthest team and we got sleeper buses. So those are
What is
always
the longest trip you guys do?
so my first year we went to Fargo, which was like 22, maybe even
Okay.
24. It was really far.
Hours?
Yeah.
On the bus.
And that was a regular bus too. We didn't have the sleeper bus yet.
Wow, that's crazy.
They
Yeah.
take pee breaks and stuff, or they have
Oh
a
yeah. We like would stop. We go through the night. We don't stop through the night, but we'd stop, get breakfast, lunch, and then we stopped in St. Cloud and we did a practice during the day, and then we finished the drive after that. So that was a haul though. That was a long one.
What color is your stick tape?
Black.
Hey, Trevor, I just want to thank you so much for coming on today. We really appreciate it, and we can't wait to cheer you on for the rest of your career, man. We're big fans of yours, and it means a lot to us.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I really appreciate that, guys.